There's a Republican nominee for the Michigan House of Representatives, and he was complaining over the weekend, still complaining over the weekend about the fact that Donald Trump lost the 2020 election, and he was arguing with other members, other folks that probably would have agreed with him at some point. This was a Facebook group as they went live for the Michigan Rescue Coalition, and as they were talking about whether or not they should continue to push these grievances for Donald Trump in 2020, this particular guy, his name is Robert R.J. Regan. He's the one that's running for the Michigan House. He had this to say.
We're a year after the election. We're a year after, guys. It's too late. It's too late. Sorry.
You know, having 3 daughters, and I tell my daughters, well, if rape is inevitable, you should just lie back and enjoy it. So that's not how we roll. That's not how I won this election. We go right at it.
So if you missed that, Regan said, "Oh yeah, it's like if I tell my daughters this, if rape is inevitable, you might as well just lay back and enjoy it." Okay, so the woman that was in the middle who looked pretty appalled but still was smiling there, she didn't in that particular part didn't get a chance to push back and say anything then, but later she did say this. It did draw some strong reaction from one of the other guests. Her name is Amber Harris, and she reacted minutes later when she said that was a shameful comment. And after Regan's comments, host Adam D'Angeli pointed out that the show is, quote, streaming on YouTube, probably not for much longer after what Robert said. Reacting by phone today, which was another day, D'Angelini said that he believes Regan misspoke, trying to say that not contesting the election would be like telling his daughters to lay back and enjoy rape. Which, by the way, as far as the context of the discussion, because he was saying we should continue to fight, why should we keep doing this? We should continue to fight. And if I tell my daughters to not fight if you're being assaulted, then that's the same thing. So I can see the misspoke part. What I don't get is thinking about your daughters being raped and having conversations with them about what you could or couldn't do in those situations. I'm not sure why that analogy is the first thing that pops into his mind, but one of his daughters probably isn't too surprised by it, because check this part out. She always knew what kind of garbage her dad is. So in a tweet, Stephanie Regan, who's the daughter of Robert Regan, said, this is a few years ago, "If you're in Michigan and 18 plus, please, for the love of God, do not vote for my dad for state rep. Tell everyone." So this isn't also the first controversial thing that Regan has said recently. Gungwer published a story Monday morning featuring posts from Regan where he appeared he backed the Russian invasion of Ukraine and called it a hoax. How do you back the Russian invasion of Ukraine and call it a hoax? It doesn't matter. Just say a bunch of negative things about it and call yourself a conservative. Jackson, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think this definitely just kind of peers into just the type of guy he is, that he would just reflexively just go, not just to using his daughters as an example, but molestation and rape. Because first of all, rape isn't inevitable, so that was a terrible example to use. But also, the fact that his daughter said, "Please don't vote for my dad," that's pretty deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, for you to actually come out and say, "Don't support my father. Don't support my father in his endeavor that will make our family more successful." That really says a lot. But he's probably just, kind of one of those guys who just wakes up and puts some chew in his mouth, scratches his butt, and he's like, hey, about everything. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's just kind of the guy he struck me as.
Imagine being his daughter and having to hear him talk about what I tell my daughters about them being raped, bro.
Yeah.
Back up off of that. So really fast, this last part, a graphic ticks you guys, because he did respond to what she was saying, because she's gone to Colorado University, University of Colorado. So apparently she's now lost it. This is another one of those talking points from conservatives. A lot of students, when they go off to these liberal university campuses like the University of Colorado, the University of Texas in Austin, she went to the University of Colorado in Boulder, and they just kind of get sucked into this Marxist communist ideology. And she and I just don't see eye to eye when it comes to the whole socialism, communism, Marxist philosophy. That's what he told The Hill. So that's his daughter. She's gone off the deep end because she went to college. Sounds like a lack of education is what they are looking for.